Live from the campus of Bernie Champion High School, it's the area round of the 6A playoffs. Tonight, the Smithson Valley Rangers look to advance to the third round for the second straight season, while their opponent, the Reagan Rattlers, are looking to perhaps embark on another lengthy playoff run, having reached the 6A state title game just 1 year ago. It's Smithson Valley versus Reagan with a trip to the region quarterfinals on the line, and it's coming up next. On the Rangers Network, welcome to Bernie, Texas, as the Rangers get ready to take on the Rattlers in postseason action. We're just moments away from the start of tonight's match, and it's coming your way right after this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. With university admission competition at its peak and demand in the workplace for the best and brightest young talent, the time is now to give our students the edge at Comal ISD. And that edge is Memorial Early College High School. No matter where you reside in Comal ISD, MEX will help accelerate your learning and prepare you for a lifetime of success. You have a choice to make your high school experience fit you and your way of learning. Through a unique relationship with St. Philip's College, you can earn an associate's degree of arts. That's 2 years of college for free while you are still in high school. MEX offers a combination of regular and dual credit courses taught right here by instructors that have master's degrees. Learn in a hands-on collaborative way at MEX. Research, explore, problem solve, and build long-lasting relationships with driven, focused, and great students like yourself. Our campus is unique with many opportunities to get involved in school spirit. Our many clubs, academic UIL, sports, community, and leadership opportunities will have you screaming with eagle pride and soaring to new heights of excellence. Explore your options with Comal ISD. Explore Memorial Early College High School today.
Friday nights, the road to riches can be bumpy.
We have a lot of work to do.
The Texas Flip and Move teams buy houses for pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
Move them and flip them.
All these walls are going.
See how these homes are hauling in the profits.
This is my dream home.
All new Texas Flip and Move. Friday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah! Did you brush your teeth? Yeah. Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah!
Moms, we've got you covered. Bring your kids to Summerhill Dental no matter how often they say they brush their teeth.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
And welcome back to Bernie Champion High School as Smithson Valley takes on the Reagan Rattlers in the area round of the 6A playoffs here on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley is coming off a playoff opening win over Lehman this past Friday, 2-0 in Wimberley. Smithson Valley scored both of its goals in the first half, courtesy of Zarek Arushia and Dane Morris, while Micah Jenkins played all 80 minutes in goal and recorded the shutout for the Rangers. The win was Smithson Valley's 5th in the past 7 games and the Rangers' 2nd straight first-round playoff victory. And tonight, looking to advance to the 3rd round for the 2nd year in a row. And by the way, the winner of tonight's match will face the winner between New Braunfels and Johnson. Right now, those two teams are deadlocked at 2-2 in the second half at Comalander Stadium in San Antonio. Looking at the Reagan Rattlers, they're 14-8-2 overall, while the Rangers are 12-8-5. More on Reagan. They have been red hot as of late, a 3-game winning streak heading into tonight's match. They've won 8 out of their past 9, and this after starting 6-7-2 in the first 15 matches of the season. This past Friday, Reagan defeated Marshall 4-0 in its playoff opener. The Rattlers' 3rd win in a row, and again their 7th shutout victory of the year. It's a team coming off a huge playoff run from a year ago that saw the Rattlers reach the 6A state finals for the 3rd time in program history and for the first time in 14 years. And there are 16 players back from the state finalist team, to include All-State goalkeeper Eugene Albo and All-State midfielder Michael Morrell. Smithson Valley is the road team in this game. They're wearing the whites here tonight with the navy blue numbers. The Rattlers are the designated home team and wearing their dark forest green jerseys. In goal for Smithson Valley, wearing the powder blue jersey. And the net to our right. That's Micah Jenkins, a sophomore. Again, played very well in goal in the win over the Lobos this past Thursday. The Rattlers break their huddle, and in goal for them, they will send Albo in the goal to our left. The senior goalkeeper, first team All-State as a junior a year ago, has only given up 17 goals all season long. Smithson Valley has been a good offensive team this year, averaging about 48 goals a game. Or they've scored 48 goals this season, averaging 2 per game. That would be astronomical. And we're underway here from Boerne, Texas. These two teams did not meet in the regular season. In fact, they are facing each other for the first time in 5 years. And then that was a 2-0 win for the Rangers at the New Braunfels tournament back in 2014. There is a lot of familiarity with these two programs, though, not necessarily for these groups of players, as Smithson Valley and Reagan used to share district with one another up until 2010. Stephen Opella has it out along the near side of the pitch for Reagan, works it back behind midfield. Back to the Reagan defensive line. Again, the Rattlers are attacking the goal to our right here in the first half. Now action on the far side. Sergio Gonzalez, a senior defender, had it poked away. Cuts his losses and sends it back to Eugene Albo in goal. Mentioned the Rangers' offensive numbers. The Rattlers have scored 47 goals of their own, so 1 fewer than the Rangers have, about 2 per match, and right around last year's average. Both teams very good defensively as well. Smithson Valley has surrendered only 35 goals this year, about 1.5 per contest. Reagan has only given up 26, and only 5 goals surrendered since February 19th. Notable, by the way, a big loss tonight for the Rattlers. Sophomore Caleb Powell got hurt in the first half against Marshall in the playoff win this past Friday, and he is out for the game here tonight. Tied for second of the team in goal score with 9 this year. It's a big loss for head coach Gilbert Villarreal in his 11th season at Reagan, covering 2 different stints. Ranger attacker goes down, has to take it away. And back comes Reagan. Good defensive play by Jared Olson. who is one of 15 seniors on this Reagan team, and has committed to play soccer Division III Trinity out in San Antonio. Pass into the attacking third inside the 18-yard box. Little slide tackle there by the Ranger defender as the Rattler attacker is still down. That was Emmy Alcantara, the junior midfielder. And was helped up to his feet by Josiah Douglas of Smithson Valley. Jenkins sends it away. A little more than 3 minutes in, scoreless. Whistle here charged to the impressive-looking sophomore Colton Adkins. Smithson Valley's top goal scorer this year with 9. Although he's not scored in the past 6 matches, his last goal came February 26th in a 3-1 win at Canyon. A game we had on our sister network, the Cougars Network. Battle right around midfield. Rangers come away with it. Working it back is Devin Yochum. Deeper towards the back line with Morrell in pursuit for Reagan. Back to midfield to Ryan Harley. A lot of upperclassmen for both teams. Mentioned Reagan's 15 seniors. They also have 11 juniors. Smithson Valley, 11 seniors of their own with 6 juniors. But the sophomore classes have really stood out for both teams so far this year. Throwing inside the box. Here's a shot that misses wide. Good attempt, though, by Dane Morris. Again, scored last week for Smithson Valley, one of their 2 goals in the 2-0 win over Lehman. We were getting into the sophomore classes for the 2 teams. Of Smithson Valley's 48 goals scored this year, 21 have come from their sophomores, who have also accounted for 13 assists. Ball taken away. This is Troy Crowley leaking it out in front, up ahead for Atkins. Really well played, though, by Matt Martinez, the second-year junior player for Reagan. Here come the Rattlers the other way. Smithson Valley got back defensively. No clean looks here in the passing lanes for Reagan. Here's a pass headed away by the Ranger defender and sent away by Smithson Valley. Good defense from Morse again on a play there for the Rangers. Action towards center. Ball right now about 30 yards out. I guess Smithson Valley doing a really good job clogging up the passing lanes for Reagan, and that pass taken away by Atkins. Poked away by the Rattlers. Pass up ahead for Stephen Opella, a little bit offline. Last touch by Smithson Valley. And Opella to throw it in here for Reagan. And looking for Morrell. Bracketed by a couple of defenders. Smithson Valley is going to be sending a couple of defenders his way all night long. He is the star of this team. Michael Morrell, the team's top goal scorer with 10 this year, also leads the Rattlers in assists with 12. Second team All-State a year ago. Great footwork along the back line and a pass. That was offline, but I think the Rattler attacker Fabrizio Bernal may have stepped out with possession, so Smithson Valley gets it back. Bernal, one of those talented sophomores we spoke of, he and Caleb Powell have 18 goals between them, 9 each, as part of that great sophomore class for Reagan. But again, Powell not available tonight. A big hole in the Rattlers' scoring, not available here this evening. Bernal, a pass towards center. Now gets it back. Opella with a pass up ahead to Alcantara, just outside the 18-yard box. Back to Opella. Got tripped up. We play on. And Ryan Harley, the Ranger defender, are giving Sergio Gonzalez and Steven Opella all they can handle right now. Bernal trying to work it through 2 defenders against Smithson Valley, sending 2 to the flanker immediately. All heading towards the corner. Bernal keeps it alive. Here's a pass that is shot and a save by Micah Jenkins. Mention the winner of this match will move on to take on either Johnson or New Braunfels. Well, those two are heading to overtime. 2-2 at the end of regulation there in San Antonio. Past the 10-minute mark, still scoreless here from Bernie. Morell's got it. Now Opella. Back to Morell, looking for Bernal. Passo took him away, and the Rattlers will be throwing in here deep towards the corner. This is not a corner kick, and doing the honors is Opella, first-year varsity player, but one of those 15 seniors for head coach Gilbert Villarreal. Rattlers working from center now to the far side of the pitch. Ball again heading towards the opposite corner. Smithson Valley doing a really good job so far tonight, cutting off those passing lanes for the Rattlers. Only 1 shot on goal so far for Reagan. This is trouble though for Smithson Valley. Pass knocked away, and another throw-in coming up here for Reagan. A Rattler team which has won 14 games this year. They won 19 a year ago. On the way to the 6A state title game before they came up short against A-Leaf Elsick by an excruciating score of 1-0. Nice play by the Rangers' Ryan Harley. Works it into the attacking third. Got pushed away by a Reagan defender, Matt Martinez. Both defenses right now really standing out in the game's first 12-plus minutes. And the ball has not lived on this end very long for Smithson Valley tonight. Trying to apply some pressure here to Eugene Albo. Well, that's been easier said than done so far. And a rare touch of the ball there for Albo tonight. Smithson Valley gets it back. Weak shot attempt there from Troy Crowley. And an easy save for Albo, who had 6 saves in the win over the Rams on Friday. His goals against average just a shade a hair over 1.04. There's the whistle. Called against Smithson Valley with 26:20 on the clock. And still scoreless here from Bernie. And again, the action pull to the far side. Reagan will throw it in again in front of its own bench. A third-place team at a very good 27-6A district. The 27-6A champ, Lee, ranked second in the state heading into the postseason. Pass up ahead, Ranger attacker in pursuit. Tracked it down towards the corner. The ball never went out. And Reagan keeps it alive. The players for both teams spilling over onto the turf here tonight, battling for the ball, and now Smithson Valley will throw it in just outside the 18-yard box. 15 minutes have expired. No score here from Bernie Champion High School. Maybe a shot attempt here for Smithson Valley, but snuffed away by the Rattlers, rather. Here's Bernal for Reagan. Explodes past center field. Pass from Morel, though, was taken away by Smithson Valley. Yochum, the defensive play for the Rangers. Now Harley angling past Morel. Can Smithson Valley generate a scoring opportunity here? Against this tough Rattler defense, not this time. Bernal again has it, taken away. Now Rushia for Smithson Valley, able to locate Harley. Boy, Harley's been all over the place tonight for Smithson Valley, hasn't he? Battling with Bernal is Smithson Valley's Dane Morris. And the Rangers get the throw in. A team that finished in 4th place in the 26-6A district, Smithson Valley going 8-5-1. And one of 2 teams left playing in the postseason out of that district. New Braunfels is the other, the district champion. And not much of a shot there for Carlos Castro. Tied for 3rd of the team in goal scorer this year was Salvador Castro, the senior midfielder. And 6 of his 7 goals came in 26-6A play, to include a hat trick against San Marcos. Castro also had an assist in the win over Lehman on Thursday. That game was played in Wimberley off of Highway 46 in one direction. Tonight's game against Reagan from Bernie Champion High School in 46 the other direction. Yochum to throw in. Right in front of the net. Ball pinballs around. Here's a shot. Sent away. Good defensive play by Opella. Shot attempt there off the foot of Morris. Went off the head of one of his teammates. And again, Eugene Albo has not really been challenged a whole lot so far tonight. A tremendous goalie for Reagan. Albo, again, is senior, first team All-State a year ago, and has committed to play at the University of Chester in the United Kingdom in England, where he'll play next year. One of 3 Rattlers committed to the University of Chester, along with Sergio Gonzalez and Matthew Dower. Almost halfway through the first half, no score here. From Champion High School. Smithson Valley scored both of its goals in the win over the Lobos in the first half last week. The Rattlers held a 1-0 lead over the Rams on Friday and then scored 3 times in the second half. Bernal just outside the box. Centering pass. Back to Bernal. Here's his shot. Too much power behind his right foot. No save needed there for Micah Jenkins. What a play of Fabrizio Bernal. 9 goals on the year, 7 assists, and has scored in 2 straight games to include the win over the Rams on Friday. He was the only player not named Michael Morrell to score against the Rams on Friday. Morrell a hat trick. And 2 of his goals came in the second half, 2 minutes apart on Friday. Ball there living dangerously in front of Albo with the Ranger attacker in pursuit, Castro. Reagan trying to work it back to the attacking third. A lot of ground, though, to make up right now. And maybe they got something going here. Here's Bernal. A teammate to his right. Emi Alcantara centering pass. Nobody home, though, and the Rangers get the ball out of the danger zone. Harley had that pass cut off by Martinez. Bernal shoved out of the ground. No call. He and Castro again battling as the ball tiptoes the back line. Stays in and able to scoop it up is Jenkins. Mentioned that Smithson Valley is one of 2 26-6A teams still playing. The other one again, New Braunfels. The other 2 playoff teams, Canyon, the second-place finisher, and Clemens, the third-place finisher, both lost their playoff openers last week. The Buffaloes a 3-zip loss to Lake Travis. The Cougars lost to Westlake. The Braunfels again playing in overtime right now against Johnson. The Unicorns, who won the district title, won their playoff opener over Del Valle 3-0 last week. And we should note that the Ranger girls season has now come to an end. A great season for Coach Jason Atkins and his program. A hard-fought loss to Westlake 1-0 this past Friday. They won their play-in game against Steele, a game that we had for you on the Rangers Network last week. The ball hangs around midfield. Bernal, great footwork, trying to get it around the defender Morrison does. Moore still in his back pocket. Now the pass to Makalitis centering pass towards the goal, off the post. A golden scoring opportunity there for Reagan, but they can't cash in. Now the Rangers the other way. Danny McKeague. Pass to the top of the corner of the 18-yard box for Atkins. Or beg your pardon, for Arusha for Smithson Valley. And sail wide of the target. Still nothing, 0-0 with 16 minutes and change to go in the first half. Go had a shot go off the right post. Would have been their 48th goal of the season and a 1-0 lead here in the area round of the playoffs. Smithson Valley won this round a year ago, defeating San Antonio Johnson. Part of a 15-win season for head coach Eric Nichols in what was his inaugural year at Smithson Valley. And this is his second season, coming from Atascocita High School, where he coached girls soccer. As the Rattlers working in the attacking third. That pass offline, though, to Makalitis, trying to track it down, maybe force a corner here. And you heard a lot of the oohs and ahs coming from the crowd moments ago. Again, the footwork of Fabrizio Bernal, just something to behold so far in the game's first 25 minutes. He's been really impressive. Dangerous ball there, plucked out of the air by Jenkins. The ball living on that end far too much of your Smithson Valley. Rattlers applying a lot of pressure right now to Jenkins and the Ranger defense. And out of throw in for the Rattlers is Pablo Lomelin. Rangers play that well defensively. Attackers leaking the other way, but the pass there a little bit short from Castro. Again, the ball staying in the sand far too long if you're a Ranger fan. And the goalkeeper, Jenkins, will again send it away for Smithson Valley. The sophomore is one of 4 goalies on the roster. The other 3 are all seniors. Ian Lowhouse, Blaine Lightenbird, and Andrew Kelly. And Kelly and Jenkins have been splitting time in goal going into the playoffs. Had done so for the final 4 games of the regular season until Jenkins occupied the net for all 80 minutes in the win over the Lobos on Thursday. And played very well. The shutout, recording 10 saves against Lehman last week. Three attackers out in front for Smithson Valley. Here's a shot scooped up off the turf by Albo. Good shot attempt there, though, from Diego Bazan for Smithson Valley. Hasn't really factored into the scoring much this year for the Rangers. A junior who's a first-year varsity player. And we remain scoreless. brought up the offensive numbers earlier. Not an easy team to shut out, certainly not as of late. Again, Bernal twisting through defenders, showing off the footwork, gets it back. Try to touch it back to Morrell. You mentioned all these signees for Reagan heading to the next level. Players like Albo, the goalkeeper, Gonzalez, a defender, along with Dower, a midfielder. Jared Olson again is committed to Trinity, and Michael Morrell to UNC Wilmington. And you wonder where Fabrizio Bernal one day might sign. Lamelin at center, able to locate a teammate. And out of the far side, picking it up for Reagan is Opella, but he was the last to touch. A win for Smithson Valley would put the Rangers into the third round for the second straight year. When they made their region quarterfinal appearance a year ago, it's the first time they had won 2 playoff games or more in 25 years. And now a chance to do that back-to-back seasons. And right now battling against a team that was a state finalist a year ago. 30 minutes in, no score. Brought up the Rangers' offensive numbers. Tough team to shut out, yes. As of late, they've been shut out 6 times all year long. Hasn't happened since they were shut out in back-to-back losses. February 15th and 22nd against Clemens and New Braunfels. Ranger team, which over the past 7 games entering tonight has gone 5-1-1. Both teams playing extremely well heading into the area round. Here comes Reagan. Bernal again. Shows off the footwork again. Works it back to center. Alcantara. Now Bernal. That looked to be more of a shot than it was a pass. .8:40 left at the first half. Still no score as the ball is bounced into the Ranger goalie, Micah Jenkins. All the talk of Bernal for Reagan. For Smithson Valley right now, their standout player has been Harley. A split time between midfielder and forward so far this year. Harley, the sophomore. 7 goals on the season. Scored twice in a win over Judson last month. And has been more of a pest defensively tonight more than anything else. Right inside the box. A lot of white shirts around the Reagan attacker. There's a shot there for the Rattlers, Morrell. But right into the chest of Jenkins. This is a neutral site tonight. Bernie Champion High School, obviously, but well attended. Fans for both teams have packed the stands here tonight. With both teams looking to extend their seasons. Ball again work to the far side. The Rattler attacker there, Ewan Rodriguez, got tripped up. Last touch, though, by Smithson Valley, so the Rattlers again throwing in. Update from Comalander Stadium. New Braunfels and Johnson still tied 2-2 at the end of overtime. And so that area round game will come down to penalty kicks. Bernal, the pass. The defender, Jonathan Diaz, came in just in the nick of time for Smithson Valley to knock it away and get in the way of the shot, but it results in a corner here for the Rattlers, our first of the night. Little two-man game between Bernal and Morrell. That header falls short for the Rattlers. Ricky Huerca on the attempt. 5 minutes left, first half. Still scoreless here from Bernie. Morrell has it about 30 yards out. Defender in front of him able to tap it away. Back comes Smithson Valley from right to left in the white jerseys. And again, the Rangers just have not been able to develop a whole lot offensively. And the pass here from Pablo Lomelin misses his target. Trying to locate Isaiah Macalinas. Smithson Valley's back line has it back. 3:45 left and a free kick coming up here for Reagan. And again, the big crowd on hand here tonight watches on from Bernie. To include Smithson Valley's girls soccer team here tonight. Morrell on the free kick. Into traffic. Slapped away by Jenkins. Great play there by the sophomore goalkeeper. A lot of bodies converging right in front of him, able to get his hands out and make a play. Macalinas. And Smithson Valley will be the ones throwing it in here. Rattlers came away with it after the ball was sent back towards midfield. Unable to do much with it, though. Smithson Valley throws it back in again from the far side. And now they'll throw in on this side of the field with 100 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe something here for the Rangers. A shot, though, is knocked down by Albo. The few scoring opportunities that the Rangers have had, Albo's been in position to make plays. You figure it's a volume game with him. Smithson Valley's got to get more and more shots on goal and hope to find some cracks in this game. Inside of a minute to go. We've seen late first half goals become game changers before. You better believe the Rattlers are going to continue to apply pressure here to Smithson Valley's defense. And Jenkins in goal. Macalinas, the touch pass, trying to get it back. Harley goes diving down. As he continues to be a big factor tonight for the Rangers. And now 15 seconds left. And the final seconds took off the first half clock. Nothing decided to the game's first 40 minutes. Nothing here from Boerne Champion High School between Smithson Valley and Reagan in the area round of the 6A playoffs. Halftime coverage coming up. You're watching Smithson Valley Soccer on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. With university admission competition at its peak and demand in the workplace for the best and brightest young talent, the time is now to give our students the edge at Comal ISD. And that edge is Memorial Early College High School. No matter where you reside in Comal ISD, MEX will help accelerate your learning and prepare you for a lifetime of success. You have a choice to make your high school experience fit you and your way of learning. Through a unique relationship with St. Philip's College, you can earn an associate's degree of arts. That's 2 years of college for free while you are still in high school. MEX offers a combination of regular and dual credit courses taught right here by instructors that have master's degrees. Learn in a hands-on collaborative way at MEX. Research, explore, problem solve, and build long-lasting relationships with driven, focused, and great students like yourself. Our campus is unique with many opportunities to get involved in school spirit. Our many clubs, academic UIL, sports, community, and leadership opportunities will have you screaming with eagle pride and soaring to new heights of excellence. Explore your options with Comal ISD. Explore Memorial Early College High School today.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Friday nights, the road to riches can be bumpy.
We have a lot of work to do.
The Texas Flip and Move teams buy houses for pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
Move them and flip them.
All these walls are going.
See how these homes are hauling in the profits.
This is my dream home.
All new Texas Flip and Move, Friday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah! Did you brush your teeth? Yeah. Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah!
Moms, we've got you covered. Bring your kids to Summerhill Dental no matter how often they say they brush their teeth.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
We're thrilled to work with QVC and HSN on Beauty with Benefits.
You know us from our stories about lifestyle trends.
But many of us also have cancer stories.
My mom's been cancer-free since 2017.
And I'm a thyroid cancer survivor. Now, help brave people living and working with cancer.
Shop Beauty with Benefits and your purchase supports cancer and careers.
Plus, get amazing items in the Skip with Purchase bag.
Because brave is beautiful.
You gotta go skip with them. Skip.
Watch FS1, GVTC, Channel 515.
Your life is full of journeys. You're always on the go, dealing with ever-changing challenges. And there's a place where you always feel welcome and safe, a place you call home. But you can't be everywhere at once, or can you? Honeywell Total Connect keeps you connected to your home no matter where you are. Receive push notifications on your iOS device every time motion is captured or someone presses your Skybell video doorbell. You can now see, hear, and speak to your visitors all through the Honeywell Total Connect iOS app.
Hello, Becky.
Hi, Aunt Susan, I'm here.
Sure, I'll open the door for you.
You can use your smartphone to disarm the security system and unlock the door for your guests, while seeing, hearing, and speaking to your visitor all from one app on a single screen. Honeywell Total Connect helps to increase your home security, keeping you comfortable and always in control. Now you can focus on what truly matters. Enjoy the convenience you've never had before. Honeywell Total Connect grants you peace of mind so you'll never miss anything ever again. Picture the possibilities.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
Kind of a busy night here from Bernie Champion High School. Right now we have a 0-0 score at halftime of the soccer game. And just behind us, the softball team for the Chargers playing. They're leading Seguin by a score of 3-2. We have the start of the second half of our game coming up next right here on the Rangers Network.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Friday nights, the road to riches can be bumpy.
We have a lot of work to do.
The Texas Flip and Move teams buy houses for pennies on the dollar.
Yes!
Move them and flip them.
All these walls are going.
See how these homes are hauling in the profits.
This is my dream home.
All new Texas Flip and Move. Friday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC Channel 126.
Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah! Did you brush your teeth? Yeah. Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah!
Moms, we've got you covered. Bring your kids to Summerhill Dental no matter how often they say they brush their teeth.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken E Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
And we're back here from Bernie Champion High School. No score at the end of the first half between Smithson Valley and Reagan. The winner of this match will move on to take on San Antonio Johnson. The Jaguars won their shootout over to Broadville moments ago, 3-2 on penalty kicks, as they've advanced to the region quarterfinals, where the winner of this game will be as well. Again, great defensive play. Both teams in the first half. A lot of scoring chances for Reagan against Ranger goalkeeper Micah Jenkins. Did a couple of saves that also had one shot hit off the post that kept the game scoreless. Eugene Albo, meanwhile, helping pitch a shutout for Reagan as well in the first half in goal for the Rattlers. Two teams playing really good soccer, as most teams are this time of year heading into the postseason. Smithson Valley over the past 7 games, 5-1-1. The Rattlers have won 3 straight and 8 out of their past 9. Only loss during that stretch came to second-ranked Lee a couple of weeks ago. Second half is underway here from Bernie, Texas. And an early collision between these two teams again. Very physical first half. No surprise to see the second half start that way as well, between Devin Yochum of Smithson Valley and Isaiah Macalinas of Reagan. And now Michael Morrell has it for the Rattlers. Pass along to the far side to Bernal. Inside the 18-yard box. No shot, though, for Reagan. And that ball sit away by Smithson Valley's Tyler Van Fossen. Van Fossen, a sophomore for Smithson Valley, spoke about this earlier. The 2 sophomore classes for both teams, both really good here in 2019. The throw in from the corner, that was not a corner kick. This one will not be either. Last touch by Reagan as Smithson Valley gets it back. Again, the Rangers coming off a first-round win over Lehman last Thursday, 2-0. The Rattlers won their game over Marshall 4-0. So these two defenses have now played 120 minutes and have not given up a single goal in the postseason. Here's a pass looking for Atkins, but the Rattler defender was back. And before McAleese could reach it, Van Fossen punched it away there for Smithson Valley. And the Rattlers to throw in. Got it back into McAleese again, battling with Van Fossen. And the Rattlers will try this exercise again. Dangerous deflection if you're Smithson Valley, right to an attacker, Sergio Gonzalez. Looking for his second goal of the year, won't come there though. On a shot that missed wide. Both teams building off of successful seasons from a year ago. For Smithson Valley, it was 15 wins and a third-round appearance. For the Rattlers, 19 wins and their third ever appearance in the state title game last year. Ball inside the box. And offside's a call. The Rattlers also won the district title last year, their 8th in team history. And in the 19-year history of the program for Reagan, the Rattlers have failed to make the postseason just twice. One of those years was their first ever varsity year in 2001. The next season, Reagan won the state title. How about that? Maybe a scoring chance here for Smithson Valley. Crowley's shot, though, just missed wide. Atkins also right there in the middle. And that was the best scoring chance for the Rangers here this evening. And it comes about 44 minutes in. The Rattlers have had a number of star players come through the program over the past nearly 2 decades, to include Eugene Albo's brother, Mauricio Albo, who was the 2016 Express News Player of the Year. And now playing D2 soccer at St. Mary's in San Antonio. Yochen to throw in. Trying to locate Atkins. Smithson Valley now applying a little bit more pressure to Reagan than we saw in the first half. As Van Fossen throws it into Atkins. Bracketed by 2 defenders. Or checked out Arusha there for Smithson Valley. Headed away back to center. Ball goes flying the opposite direction. Kept alive by Atkins. Action on the far side, a slide tackle attempt there by the Rattlers, but the ball last touched by Smithson Valley, and Reagan will get the throw in, but now the call changes. Arusha receives his shoulder, stays upright. Now the Rattlers having trouble getting the ball out of the attacking third right now for Smithson Valley. Here's a shot. And right there in position was Albo for Reagan. Stayed back the entire way. Knew exactly what angle the ball would be coming from as the Rattlers work it back the opposite direction. Bernal left it for a teammate. No shot, though, for the Rattlers. Macalinas goes sliding down as the Rangers throw it in. And the Rattlers reset. 7.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. We're still scoreless from Bernie. The winner moves on to take on San Antonio Johnson. The Jaguars, the winner in penalty kicks against the Broncos earlier tonight. Ball inside the box. Substitution here for Reagan out of the match is Pablo Lomelin. And Reagan will send back in Ewan Rodriguez. That ball just missed, catching the inside part of the post there. Ball back towards midfield. Here's Macalinas again for Reagan, working against Van Fossen. And the ball goes out again. Again, two very good offensive teams throughout the year, both averaging about 2 goals a match. Reagan scored 4 times in his playoff opener, Smithson Valley twice, but we're scoreless so far. Ball back towards center. Dropped off for Bernal. The shot goes skidding onto the turf and scooped up. Jenkins, by the way, remaining in net for Smithson Valley. He has played every playoff minute so far in goal for the Rangers. And at this point, about 130 of them. Saw a lot of shuffling of the deck for the Rangers in goal this year between Ian Lohaus, Jenkins, and Andrew Kelly. Lohaus, though, was not played since January 29th and a loss to Canyon. Saw a lot of split time, 40 minutes each, between Jenkins and Kelly throughout the second half of the year. Here's Van Fossen, has it taken away by Macalinas. The Rangers to throw in, 28 minutes and change to go in the second half. Into Yochum. Atkins works it back towards center. Arusha can't quite get an angle to it, defended well by Martinez. And here comes Reagan. Alcantara trying to work it back to the inside, but defended well by Smithson Valley. Defenders getting back for both teams relentlessly so far tonight. Offside's a call against Smithson Valley. Rattlers get it back. 28 minutes to go, second half. No score here in the area round. And with a Ranger attacker lurking, Crowley, the Rattlers able to thwart off the scoring threat, and they work it back the other way. Here's a shot. Jenkins is saved off the deflection. And finally tracked down by Ranger defender. Van Fossen got back. Kept alive, though, by the Rattlers. Rodriguez. Works it back to Gonzalez. Alcantara had no choice but to work that back towards center with two Ranger defenders around him. Rattlers work it back to the far side. Back towards center. Alcantara goes down. And play continues. Ranger fans in attendance applauding the defensive effort moments ago. Again, a good showing by both fan bases here tonight. Earlier, we saw the Ranger girls soccer team in attendance cheering on Smithson Valley. Again, their season came to an end this past week on Friday in a loss to Austin Westlake, 1-0. Nearly 15 minutes have gone by here in the second half. Still looking for the game's first goal. Ewan Rodriguez for Reagan. Has it against Van Fossen. The two battling again. Van Fossen has been very active here in the second half. We didn't see much of him in the first. Now Morrell with a bouncer right into the chest of Micah Jenkins. For Smithson Valley, it was a lot of Ryan Harley we saw active in the first half. Van Fossen here in the second. Here is Morrell. Works it up ahead to Macalinas. Inside the box. Back to Morrell. A left-footed pass. Maybe trying to bend that one in. And kept alive by Reagan. Morrell's got it again. Pass into the box. Here's Olsen for Reagan. And this will result in a corner here for Reagan. This is just the second corner kick of the night we've seen for either team, both for the Rattlers. They hand it back to Bernal. Bernal, the shot deflected. Bouncing ball in front of the net. Sent away by Smithson Valley. And the Rangers, again, fortunate this game is still scoreless. That ball lived inside the 6-yard box for far too long moments ago. Another play in this match goes down. This time Atkins. No whistle. Crowley up ahead to Arusha. Trying to work back to the middle. Had to take it away. Ball tracked down by Jonathan Diaz. Jenkins sends it back the opposite direction. And tracked down by the Rangers' Brett Dildy. Haven't called his name a lot tonight, but his start this evening for Coach Eric Nichols. Whistle blows this time with Devin Yochum working against the regular defender Javier Del Bosque. And now Van Fossen on the free kick from 50 yards out. Sends that ball sailing into the box. Nobody back for the Rangers off the deflection. Bernal for Reagan, leaves it for Macalinas. A weak shot attempt scooped away by Micah Jenkins. By the way, coming up in a couple of weeks, it is again National Signing Day for a number of Ranger athletes, to include several soccer athletes, including Andrew Kelly, the Ranger goalkeeper tonight. Along with Ranger girl players Sarah Cyphers, Julia Anton, and Amita Mendoza. Also among the signees will be Matthew Colmansberger for lacrosse, along with teammate Jacob Cox, Madeline Mann in riflery, John Beck and Nick Kuykendall for football, and Jeremiah Gilliam as a track athlete. Signing the letters of intent to a number of programs to include Texas Lutheran and Seguin, McMurray University, Sam Houston State, Incarnate Word, Shriner University, and more. Nearly halfway through the second half, still zeros on the board between the Rangers and the Rattlers. Winner moves on to the third round region quarterfinals against San Antonio Johnson. The Jaguars eliminating 26-6A champion New Braunfels, so the Rangers are the lone rep left in the 26-6A district. Here's a pass, here's a shot, and went off the football goalpost, off the crossbar. And by the way, that signing day coming up on April the 17th at Smithson Valley High School. And Rangers Network will be there for that signing day as well. For more information, log on to rangersnetwork.com. There's a chant of "Let's Go Rangers" breaks out here from Bernie Champion High School. The Chargers soccer team plays here, boys and girls. Track and field events here as well, but the football team actually plays at Bernie ISD Stadium, where the Greyhounds play. Although the JV team and freshman teams play here as well for Champion High School, which opened up about 11 years ago. Named after the late great principal of Bernie High School, Samuel Champion. Here's a shot from Van Fossen. A correction, that was Colton Amaya, the shot there for Smithson Valley. Seen a few lineup changes for Coach Nichols. A number of players we haven't seen a whole lot of tonight, to include Alex Franz throwing in for Smithson Valley. And taken away there by the freshman Danny McKeague. But a scoring chance goes awry for Smithson Valley. 18 minutes left, no score. And it feels like one would be enough in this one tonight. The way the two defenses are playing, 1-0 could very well be the final score. Here's Bernal for the Rattlers. Inside the box, a pass. No shot. Rattler attacker got tripped up, Pablo Lomelin. Ball taken away. Sliding attempt made by Jenkins. Has to get back up and picks it up and thwarts a scoring chance there for the Rattlers. Ricky Huerca had a gorgeous opportunity there for Reagan. Couldn't cash it in. The Rangers the other way. Here's McKeague, the freshman again. Works it back to center. And Martinez, the defensive play for Reagan. Up ahead, Alcantara. Looking for a lane. Has to work it back the opposite way. And back behind midfield. The Rattlers had a shot go off the post in the first half for their best scoring chance. And moments ago, their best scoring chance in the second half again did not result in a score. And we remain scoreless with 16 minutes left. Rodriguez throws in. Looking for Morrell. And now another Rattler player goes down, this time Huerca. Sent down to the turf by Crowley, and the free kick comes up for Reagan. And it's Morrell from 30 yards out. Veteran player lines it up, taps a pass towards center. Shot by McAlena, saved by Jenkins again. The sophomore has been something else in goal tonight for Smithson Valley. But again, the Rattlers applying a lot of pressure to the young goalie. Smithson Valley's got to be able to keep the ball on this end for extended periods of time to take the pressure off. Apply some pressure on their own to the Rattlers' veteran goalie, Eugene Albo. Haven't called his name a lot of the second half for that reason. Not many shots on goal for the Rangers since halftime. Here's Amaya. Weakly hit ball, picked up easily by Albo. Neither Albo or Jenkins has allowed a goal in the postseason yet this year. Albo was masterful in the postseason a year ago. Named to the UIL All-Tournament team as Reagan made its run all the way to the state finals. Also earning those honors was Morrell for the Rattlers. A run that ended with a 1-0 loss to A-Leaf Elsick. That was the last time the Rattlers were eliminated from the postseason. McAlinas has got it. Had the shot moments ago. Denied, though, by Jenkins. Works it back to the far side. And take it away by Smithson Valley. Castro for the Rangers. But where could the play there for Reagan? And streaks it away. Lining up as an attacker. Off the hands of Jenkins again to again. Able to collect it. Had plenty of time to react on that shot by Reagan. Made the play with ease. Sliding tackle there for the Rattlers as Morrell goes spilling over against McKeague. As we come up on 12 minutes to go in the scoreless game. During halftime earlier, we showed you a shot of the Boerne Champion softball field and the scoreboard where the Chargers were playing the Seguin Matadors and leading 3-2. Rangers softball in action tonight as well. They're hosting East Central back home. Maybe a shot here for the Rattlers with Jenkins out of the goal, but able to get back in. That shot deflected by Van Fossen as Rangers got back defensively. And actually, correction, Smithson Valley softball played earlier tonight and lost to Canyon 3-0. They host East Central on Friday at Smithson Valley High School. Pass into the box. Ball goes the wrong way, though, if you're Reagan. And here comes Smithson Valley. McKeague out in front. Martinez got back on defense. What a play by Matt Martinez. 2 Rangers go down. And the free kick comes for Smithson Valley from 30 yards out. Well, again, the Rattlers had a gorgeous pass inside the 18-yard box on the other end moments ago, but the ball was headed the other way. And let's see if the Rangers can capitalize here. It's Jonathan Diaz. Here's a shot, misses wide. Dane Morris. All the attempt there for Smithson Valley. Morris again scored one of the 2 goals last week in the win over Lehman. Smithson Valley did not score in the second half last week, but the Rattlers scored 3 times. Neither team, though, scored at all tonight in either half. Diaz again off the free kick. Sails out one into the box. Send back the other way. Tracking it down for the Rangers is Colton Amaya. Here is Amaya back into the box. Martinez to Macalina. Smithson Valley keeps it on this end. Back towards center is Crowley to McKeague, the freshman. Looking for a defender, leaking out in front, couldn't get him. Now Werka the other way for Reagan. And here comes a Reagan throw-in with 8 minutes to go in the second half. Ewan Rodriguez has sent it in for the Rattlers. Waiting for the substitution here for Smithson Valley. Van Fawcett is back in as the Rattlers work it into Sergio Gonzalez. Here's a pass, trying to cut it off is Jenkins coming out of the box and able to make another play for Smithson Valley. Hardly cut off that pass for the Rangers. Ball along the far side. Taken back towards center. Bernal. No shot there for Reagan, but the throw-in comes in deep on this end with under 7 minutes to go in a scoreless game. With no breathing room whatsoever there for the Reagan attacker. LaMellon shielded off by the Ranger defender. And the ball again comes this way. And coming out of the box again for the Rangers is Jenkins with Morrell in pursuit for Reagan. And not giving the All-State performer a chance to get a shot off there. Both benches right now standing for the two teams. As we approach the final 5 minutes of regulation. Crowley up ahead for Smithson Valley in the orange shoes. Crowley goes down. And Smithson Valley, I believe, might have its first corner kick of the night. And a substitution here for Smithson Valley. Out is Diego Bazan. And the Rangers will bring back in, I believe that's Arusha. Here's the corner. A quick setup there for Smithson Valley. Doesn't yield the shot. But a chance to throw in here from about 20 yards out. With 4 minutes and change remaining. after the Reagan throw-in. Scoring chance here for the Rattlers, perhaps. Bernal, the shot denied by Jenkins again. Kept alive by Morrell. Works it back. The ball leaking away, but worked back towards center. Another gorgeous play and goal by the sophomore Micah Jenkins. And here comes Harley for Smithson Valley. Lost possession. The Rattlers get it back with 3 minutes to go. Scoreless game. Another shot on goal for the Rattlers, though. Making Jenkins work a lot so far tonight. Maybe the Rangers trying to muster up a scoring chance here. Instead, the Rattler defense got back again. Macalinas. Now for the Rattlers, Alcantara. But here's Coley for the Rangers. Morrell, though, got to the passing lane. Bernal again, inside the box. Going to work it back to Bernal. Now to Morrell. The shot deflected. Morrell kept it alive. Another shot and a score! Michael Morrell with 2 minutes and change remaining has given the Rattlers a 1-0 lead. Officially 2:08 on the clock for the Rattlers. And what could be enough to move on to the quarterfinal round. Once the Rattlers work the ball into the box, courtesy of Fabrizio Bernal, Reagan able to set up its scoring opportunity. They've had several throughout the night and finally able to cash one in. The game, though, not over yet. A little more than 100 seconds remain. Can Smithson Valley get off one last scoring chance and an opportunity for the equalizer? Rattlers trying to play keep away against a Ranger team which has not been shut out in nearly 2 months. Last shutout loss came February 22nd. The Rattlers, though, a very good defensive team. 7 shutouts posted this year. And 2 have come in this 3-match winning streak to include the playoff win last week over Marshall. And now 60 seconds away from posting another. Ball worked back towards center. Werka's got it for the Rattlers. Trying to kill some clock. 3 defenders bracket him. Werka works it back. That's Smithson Valley having a hard time reestablishing possession. Less than 30 seconds remain. It would take a miracle finish for the Rangers now as the Rattler fans are on their feet. Inside of 10 seconds. And that's going to do it. The season continues for the Reagan Rattlers on to the region quarterfinal round. Well, the Smithson Valley Rangers see their 2019 season come to an end in the hands of Reagan. Final score tonight from Bernie Champion High School. Reagan 1, Smithson Valley nothing. We're back to wrap things up in just a moment right here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, WIC Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. Tonight's broadcast.
Through nearly 78 minutes of soccer, this game had no scoring, but with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining, Michael Morrell changed that for Reagan. A goal past a diving attempt of Micah Jenkins to give the Rattlers a 1-0 lead. It was all the Rattlers would need as they defeat the Rangers tonight in the area round of the 6A playoffs. Up next for the Rattlers, they'll take on district rival Johnson, while the Rangers see their 2019 season come to an end with a record of 12 wins, 9 losses, and 5 ties. And that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Bernie Champion High School. On behalf of our entire Rangers Network crew, I'm Brain Freeman saying good night. Final score, Reagan 1, Rangers nothing.